Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it's so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Minister of Tourism is expected to outline the way forward for the industry on Grand Bahama next week. The tourism sector continues to have its share of challenges, but the tourism boss says special attention is being given to this destination. For years, the tourism industry here on Grand Bahama has been struggling, from a nosedive in airline travel to a low rating from an exit poll taken by a popular cruise line. While recent statistics show that the island is making a slow recovery, many often wonder if the magic will ever return back to the city. Minister of Tourism Obi Wilshcombe believes so. While he says it will not happen overnight, he says the government is doing its part to ensure that tourism is a sustainable industry on Grand Bahama.
We're not going to be satisfied until we have an absolute total recovery. And recovery for me means not only the numbers, the occupancy levels, and more so the spend, because that's where my emphasis is, and of course the product and the service levels. That's total recovery when we get them all back to high ends where we become the best in the world.
While insisting that Grand Bahama is a priority for his ministry, Wilshcombe says the government is not just working on reopening the Reef Hotel at the Grand Lucayan Resort, but other hotels as well.
First of all, you have to have a variation of rooms inventory. And so the Grand Lucayan, together with the Reef and other surrounding properties, are so important to what we have to do. We feel very optimistic. I intend to talk in detail next week at the Business Outlook about where we are and the things that are going to happen, but I'm very optimistic about the future of Grand Bahama.
Wilshcombe says his ministry is not about talking, but about action when it comes to Grand Bahama's tourism industry.
We don't talk before we do things now, because that could be problematic, but there are many things working as I speak to you, but we don't want to create expectation. It doesn't work. So we have to take ourselves through a process. But we do know that Grand Bahama will turn around and will serve as an example. Just look today, I was at the hotel today, and I was very pleased to see that the beaches are filled, that people are having a good time, and that there are people working. Not enough. Grand Bahama has to do even better. And so every single day it's about increasing the work levels, getting more labor, getting more people to work, causing the hotels to be much more occupied, and ensuring that we have a variety to offer.
Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe, will be among the speakers at the annual Grand Bahama Business Outlook. Now, the one-day conference is scheduled to take place Thursday, March 14th at the Grand Lucayan Resort. This year's theme is discovering the opportunities in this challenging environment. Other speakers include the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, MP and Minister for Grand Bahama, Ian Fair, Chairman of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Gowan Bow Partner, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and Robert Myers, President of V-Trade Company Limited and Chief Organizer of the Business Outlook Series. June Aubrey says Grand Bahama has been going through some very challenging times. So it is important to reflect the total package: tourism, port, environment, communications, energy, and business. Now, persons wishing to register can do so at the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. In other news, a local businessman making an investment in the West Grand Bahama district. He's hoping it will be the magnet to attract visitors to the West and encourage them to experience the native culture. Megan Shepard fills us in.
A local businessman is pursuing a business venture in the West End community along with business consultant LaRon Fox. Fox says the idea was to produce a complete package geared toward the international and local community.
The idea behind this was to more than just have a restaurant and bar, but to create a certain ambience, but moreover that it would lend itself to the intrinsic value of the destination for those visiting. And that's the real ethos behind it, to impact the tourists as well as the locals who come here.
Fox says they wanted the Pink Pearl to be more than just a regular run-of-the-mill restaurant. He says they bring a unique value to the industry.
When persons came to this, not from here, they could be in a Bahamian environment that was not only in a local community, but of a certain standard where they would be really exposed to a Bahamian ambience, the food, which we call Bahamian Nouveau, which is really designed with the foreign palate in mind, but Bahamian. So some of the things may have to change in the way we present it, the way we prepare it.
While some may question a new business venture in an ailing economy, Fox says they are confident that they will be successful.
The confidence is there because it's not only local centric. This is what the marketing is around. It's around local, but also national and international. So the economy in Freeport, Grand Bahama, per se, may be, if you will, in the doldrums of sorts, but you also have to be futuristic and to plan for when things change, and also to go out there and present yourself to the world.
The Pink Pearl has been opened for a week now, and Fox says so far, so good. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Megan. In other news, Buckeye, the parent company of Borco, has announced that it has awarded a multi-million-dollar contract to Freeport-based Quality Services Limited. The contract includes the fabrication of structural steel, mechanical piping, and electrical wiring to be assembled and shipped to its USA terminal facility in New Jersey. Now, this is the first time Buckeye has awarded a major contract to a Bahamian contractor for work on a United States terminal. Buckeye Senior Vice President, Engineering and Construction, Joseph Sauger, says Quality Services' accessibility to barge docking was a factor in the decision. This is the largest fabrication order ever exported from the Bahamas to the United States. Borco believes it is a testament to the development of the industrial sector here on Grand Bahama. And also in news, the U.S. Embassy will launch a new web-based visa application system on Monday. The change will affect visa applicants here in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Applicants will now pay the application fee at a local cash-and-go location. After the fee is paid, applicants will be able to schedule an appointment using the new web-based system at www.usvisa-info.com. The U.S. visa application fee could be paid at the cash-and-go locations on Queens Highway, Hammer Hill, 8 Mile Rock, and on Don Mackey Boulevard in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. Applicants residing in New Providence or Grand Bahama will now have their passport and visa delivered by courier to a DHL office. DHL is located in the Region Center in Freeport. Applicants will no longer be required to return to the embassy to pick up their passports. There is no fee for this new service. Applicants living on the Family Islands and the Turks and Caicos Islands will continue to pick up their visas at the embassy or select other delivery options at the time of the interview. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.